Welcome to the first of many WordPress tutorials. So today we're going to be looking at a favicon and how to upload it and what the best practices are for that. So what is a favicon? So a favicon is basically like your icon that sits up here. So we can see we've got the Google, and in this one here we have Canva, because I was making a Canva logo before. So a favicon is used for those. If you had a bookmarks bar or anything like that, the favicon will also be used. So as you can see right now, we've got, by default, we just have the Earth, and each browser, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, they each have their own separate favicon, default favicons. So we want to change ours to something, and you can change it to whatever. So with a favicon, it's a square icon. Now, it's a bit different to a site logo, which can be kind of like a rectangle and things like that. So as we can see, that's a site icon there, or a site logo there, which is a rectangle. So we need to make our square. So there are a few best practices with the favicon, and you can go into more detail by looking it up, etc. So how do we do it? So first of all, we need a file, and the file has to be a square. So I've gone ahead and created two, and I'll show you what a good practice and a bad practice is. So we can see I just created these on Canva just before. They're both square. They are 500 by 500. On WordPress, they ask for 512 by 512 as a default, and then going up from there, so you should double it. So right now we have a default brand spanking new WordPress install. So we want to go over to Appearance, and we want to go down to Customize. It might be a little bit different if you have something like Elementor or Divi. They're both still there, but you'll also find the Customize within the actual theme editor themselves, within the, not the theme editor, excuse me, within the theme like directory or submenus kind of thing. So now that we come into here, so this is a standard WordPress settings for your appearance. So you've got everything from your site identity down to additional CSS and all those kind of cool things. But we want to look at site identity today. So sometimes, but not always, will be the logo. So this could be square, and then that would go somewhere like here. So this is different for every theme, but usually for most themes you'll have from site title down. So you'll have the site title, the tagline, and the icon. So we want to do the site icon. So this is our favicon. So if you can see, will appear within bookmarks, WordPress mobile apps, upload one here, blah, 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 should be square. Always should be square, and at least 512 by 512. Now, if you don't have a square image, or you haven't made a square image, you can either use Photoshop, you could use something like Canva, or you can just go on and just type in image resizer on Google, and it'll come up with a bunch of them, and you can change it then to 512 by 512, or 1024 by 1024, or etc. So we'll come here, and we will upload our files. So if I go to Downloads, I've got both my images, which I'm going to select, and I'm going to upload. So now I'll show you what a bad practice is. So the text looks all right here, and as you can see, 500 by 500. So if I upload that, and then we'll just leave it as that, skip cropping, and we can see, I can publish that, we can see I can't see the image, I can't see the text at all because it is so small. So, some good practices are to not include small text, to make things bold, and to not have things too detailed, because if they are too detailed, let's upload the other file. It seemed to disappear. So let's upload the one without it. So if they are too detailed, then we won't be able to actually see any of it. So it's looking better. So if I insert it there, and as you can see, now we can see it and there's no text because the text was way too small before. And then that's it, it's published. Now if it doesn't publish, you might have to go ahead, or if you can't see it on your end, you might have to go ahead and just go in and clear your cache. But that is actually how we upload a favicon. And that's basically it. There's nothing else to do, because it'll choose the best sizes, etc., etc. All we have to do is publish it, and we're done. So once again, it's in site identity, and it's called the site icon. That's what we're looking for, and we can just publish it. And that's how you upload a favicon. Nothing too crazy, but makes a world of difference. Makes your site look more professional. All right, I'll see you in the next tutorial. Leave any comments down below, anything like that, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.